Are you familiar with CBS or a CBS mutation? Not many people know about this and how it can affect a person's health. Continue to listen as we're going to be talking today about how, if you have a CBS mutation, what to do with it and how it affects our body. So, this is the Dr. Lam Show where we talk about integrative medicine and empower you to take control of your health. If you like this channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. We are also on YouTube, and this is the way to make our show more visible. I'm Dr. Carrie Lam, a family medicine physician, and I have completed fellowships in functional and metabolic medicine, and I'm passionate about nutrition and lifestyle medicine.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jeremy Lam. I'm an internal medicine doctor, also board certified in anti-aging and regenerative medicine. And today we're talking about CBS mutation. So to start with, let's talk about what CBS gene is so that we're on the same page.
CBS stands for cystathionine beta synthase, and it's a protein coding gene. The CBS gene provides a list of instructions for making an enzyme called CBS, or cystathionine beta synthase. This particular enzyme is responsible for using vitamin B6 to convert building blocks of proteins or amino acids like homocysteine and serine to a molecule called cystathione. So CBS can also convert homocysteine methionine or cysteine. I know it's a lot of words, but cysteine is a precursor to glutathione, and methionine is needed for important methylation of DNA, which is important for the growth of new cells and new blood vessels. So how does this CBS gene, or if you have a CBS gene mutation, that means that your CBS enzyme works too fast when you have a mutation. So CBS is in charge of transsulfuration. So it converts homocysteine to cystathionine. And this transsulfuration pathway in the liver leads to glutathione or taurine production, which is very important for detoxification. Often homocysteine and cystathionine convert too quickly to taurine, leaving not enough glutathione in the body. So when CBS mutations upregulate this gene or this enzyme, you could have high levels of taurine and ammonia, okay, and less of the cystathionine and the homocysteine. So it can create a lot of these reactions that would make you have detoxification issues.
Well, BH4 is an enzyme that is used to make serotonin, dopamine, some thyroid hormones, as well as melatonin as well. It also is important in detoxifying ammonia from the body, and it can also become depleted with the CBS mutation. So BH4 is extremely important as it helps regulate your mood and your neurotransmitters. Other gene mutations such as MTHFR, A1298, chronic bacterial infections and aluminum metal elevations in your body can also lead to low BH4 levels. It is important to maintain an accurate and steady level of BH4 in the body because if you don't, that can lead to a lot of mast cell degranulation or mast cell activation syndrome. And so CBS upregulation upsets the urea cycle, and this enzyme then depletes the BH4 while overloading your urea cycle. So someone with adrenal fatigue syndrome, these symptoms can oftentimes intensify.
So you can tell that CBS mutations is not a very simple matter and in fact has a huge effect on your life. Every circuit and organ in your body is connected. So a major change in one of these genes can have unexpected effects in you. If you're struggling with these kind of changes, definitely give us a free initial phone call at 714-709-8000. We can give you a little more information about this CBS mutation. So now we're going to dive deeply into these changes and look at the health problems associated with the CBS mutation. What are some health problems that the CBS mutations can cause, Dr. Jimmy?
Well, I like to think of the CBS mutation as a leaky bucket. And in fact, everything that you place inside the bucket, whether it belongs in the CBS pathway, is just leaking right out into the liver and the kidneys to be filtered out. And as fast as you may be trying to fill this leaky bucket, it could be dumping right out, leading to a major nutrient, mineral, and antioxidant deficiencies. And so with the reduction of nutrient absorption, you could find that you're having more food sensitivity symptoms also increase. And specialists have confirmed over and over again that the increased activity of the mutated enzyme often leads to a toxic waste buildup, and which is even more important that it leads to poor glutathione production. And that's very, very important because your body needs glutathione. It's your master antioxidant.
And this can also lead to elevations in the ammonia, taurine, and hydrogen sulfide. So taurine is an amino acid and somewhat harmless in the body, but ammonia and hydrogen sulfide, we do not like those as they are toxic substances. And so when a CBS pathway breaks down, homocysteine along with the other amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, they can quickly escape along with toxins and waste, depleting the body and taxing the entire system. So when you're dumping out so many of these toxins, you're also dumping out good nutrients and supplements that the body needs. So every time a person tries to supplement, maintain a healthy diet, or use medications, they might actually inadvertently deliver more toxins to the systems rather than help it. And those with the CBS upregulation breakdown homocysteine to make cysteine and taurine rather than glutathione. And they are unable to clean and protect their red blood cells as much as they should be. And that can lead to some blood sugar fluctuations through the day, or with stress, the unregulated fight or flight response. And so aggressive or sedated behavior after consuming foods with glutamine may actually cause increased levels of ammonia in this people who have CBS mutations. If this sounds like you and you don't know what to do, definitely give us a call, 714-709-8000. CBS mutations can cause problems leading to adrenal fatigue or even worsen problems that already exist. So what is there to do for CBS mutations?
Well, there are many things to do when you do have a CBS mutation. So if the mutation causes taurine levels to rise too high, then addressing the abundance of ammonia is crucial. Prior to any dietary supplementation, it's really recommended that a person receive a baseline urine amino acid test to determine your taurine levels. CBS genetic mutations appear to be a loaded gun, so it should be noted that gene mutations are not only the only factor in the obstruction pathways, as a lot of other factors can also contribute to the enzymes being slowed or upregulated as well. Not only that, make sure that you also are addressing your MTHFR and the BH4 enzyme mutations at the same time to make sure that you're getting down to the root cause and making sure that the pathways aren't blocked.
Those with the CBS mutation can be very sensitive to sulfur containing amino acids. So trying to see how you can reduce your sensitivities to food and beverages that contain sulfur would be good. Some foods to eliminate if you are very sensitive to sulfur include broccoli, kale, spinach, turnips, onions, garlics, radishes, eggs, dairy, beans, soy, quinoa, papaya, and pineapple. And some sulfur containing supplements to avoid include alpha lipoic acid, glutathione, NAC, methionine, DMSO, cysteine, taurine, glycine, betaine, B complexes, Epsom salts, and MSM. This is not a full list, but it's a good idea to know what is high sulfur foods and supplements to get a bigger picture. And you can increase your intake of low sulfur foods like beef, chicken, shellfish, and seeds like sunflower seeds and flax seeds. But definitely, I would do so with someone who would be able to help you, a doctor or a healthcare practitioner, to understand what you're going to and get to the root cause of helping your whole body, not only the CBS mutation, but also your underlying adrenal fatigue if you have it.
We hope this helps you understand what may be going on with your body. CBS mutation imbalances are often ignored by conventional medicine and can lead to long-term chronic illnesses and poor health. Just remember that it's your body and you're the best judge of what is going on, whether you're feeling healthy or not. So if you think something's wrong, don't stop searching until you get the help or the guidance that you need. Thank you for being with us here today on the Dr. Lam Show. We hope you found this information helpful. And if you did, subscribe to the channel so we can continue bringing more great content. And if you know anyone else who might find this helpful, please share it with them. We're here to empower you to take control of your health.